Wait. I was almost certain that Fredwolf wasn't... Is he not, like, Danish or something like that? 15k? You put 15k? Oh my god, 104k! Oh my god, this is the biggest... This is officially the largest gamba in history. Fredwolf with a mistake. Can Nass hold it down here? Annoyingly, we've got the visual bug with the names on the cars. But that's okay. We see Ryan and Quacked out in front. Nass. Wow, Nass has made a mistake as well. Quack takes it. Ryan second. They've been pracking. I think they knew that they couldn't have another round, another match where they took their foot off the gas. But yeah, welcome in everyone. Sorry I didn't get time to say hi to everyone. It's been a bit of a crazy day, but I hope you guys get a bit of enjoyment out of all the matches being posted to the new Draft League channel. Quacked and Ryan off to a great start again. Fredwolf is chasing them down, but these two are just storming to victory here. Pretty clean driving into the engine off. Back into dirt. Quack feeling right at home here. But Ryan in the lead now. Honestly, you would not have seen this yesterday. You would not have seen this yesterday, but here he is. He put in a little bit of prac time, and here we are. But Fredwolf gets third, Nass gets fourth. Another ace. I don't know if they're warm. Guys, do we have a world record check here, by the way? Fredwolf out in front. I mean, even if you haven't spent that much time on the track, by now you will have understood the turns. These guys are so good, it doesn't take them that long. Fredwolf is going to be first through this next checkpoint, barring any huge mistakes. Takes a not too risky line through the dirt. You really don't want to clip the top of the pool border because it does risk flipping you over. Nass in second. This is a great round for Team Lubes, and they secure it. Mobby 40.17 is the world record. I believe it was Zuck yesterday, maybe. Did they not just drive .2? They might have driven point. That time Ryan drove is the fastest time driven in the tourney. Damn, Ryan's been practicing. You both have online .17, crazy. Nass with the release. Can he keep the others in his sights? They're all pretty close to each other. Ryan clearly having the most pace here. Fredwolf taking a very risky line there. Obviously, the less time that you spend engine off, the better. Risking everything here. But it actually might work. Nass is also coming up from behind. He's going to try and snipe here, Fredwolf. He might get it. He might snipe one. Oh, he doesn't manage to get it. Takes a little bit too sharp of a turn on that last corner just to avoid, obviously, crashing into the left-hand wall. And that gives Ryan enough space to take it. This is Ryan's pick of maps, yeah. So Ryan and Quack to pick this one. So clearly invested some time in learning this one. Maybe that's the tactic. Maybe spend some time on the two maps you know you're going to pick in first and third. Makes a lot of sense. You're guaranteed to, you know, if you win those, you're guaranteed to be able to take it to at least a game 4. Wow, Ryan and Quacked close it out here. GG's. Quite a dominant first map showing. Very different to yesterday where they failed to win a single map. So Lynxy with a 45-23 here. Whereas I can make you mod, but you lose your VIP. But I think you realistically are a mod at this point. You built the damn website. Ryan with some really clean lines here. Wow. Nass with a little bit more speed, though. Into the downhill, pick up the reactor. Yeah, Ryan's been prepping for sure. This is looking very clean. Wow. Little bit of an awkward landing, but doesn't get a slowdown there from what I can tell. Onto the pool border. Quacked with more speed, but it should just be... Oh! Nass snipes. Quacked at least prevents the ace in the first round. Daruma gave you... Nice. That works. Wait, so what... Hang on. Did anyone see the times from the last round? What were we looking at? Obviously, we had a crash into the finish, but Ryan was potentially looking at a pretty good time there. Honestly, I can't call out that many mistakes. But the thing is... It's hard. You got to have super good awareness. And I know Ryan, actually, one of his best skills, I see him quite often in Cup of the Day and in comps. He is very good at knowing other people's positions. Quack, that's a nice line. Look at the extra speed here. He's catching on both. He's going to be able to at least deny the ace here if he makes the finish, which he does. 45.582. So they're about 0.3 away from the world record on a 45-second map. Is really not bad. 0.1 faster than the fastest time in Challenger. Damn. Daruma, I might have to get you in for some commentary, you know. I feel like it would be a great duo. Quacked again leading the line. Fredwolf takes quite a strange line there. Doesn't hold as much speed. Obviously, you want to be steering as little as possible on that grass section. Quacked is absolutely killing it here. It is brave to pick a mixed map against Quacked, but you've really got no choice. There are 6 mixed maps in here. Quacked takes it, but they do get a draw, which gives them a little bit more time. Just gives yourself a little room to maneuver. Only giving them 1 point. It means that you don't get in that dicey situation of, you know, needing to ace, which is always kind of the worst position to be in, because you know you have to push. Both drivers have to push, which makes driving in 2v2 format pretty hard. Because normally you like to have one person sit back a little bit when you're in control and just make sure you're going to get at least one clean run through while the other person pushes. Nass clips. Fredwolf, it's all on you right now. And they are driving exceptionally fast. Ryan and Quacked might just start the comeback tour here. Flip the tables a little. 6-5. Again, 45.53. That is a bang on 0.3 behind the record. Quack driving that very consistently here, which is definitely scary if you are Nass and Fredwolf, and honestly anyone else in Elite Division who's gonna have to face these guys. Say Monday, nice. Look at you. Norwegian. Oh, those lines are so clean. But Nass is trying. Nass is trying. It's all about this dirt line here. They've got something a little different going on. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do it. I mean, Quacked has got it figured out. He gets enough space to actually drive all the way to the left and get a completely flat exit. He's going to take it. Ryan is going to take third here, and they're going to get a victory. 8-6 will be the score now. Oh, that was a draw? Wow, Fredwolf already finished. Okay, Ryan was quite far off the pace there. I didn't know. The rate of how many people join, these guys might be Foundation next season. You never know. You never know. I don't know who would have to join for that to happen. We'd have to have the whole of EWC joining, I think. Right, the pressure is really on for Fredwolf and Nass right now. Wow, Ryan really pushing at least the start of the outside. I think pushing the entire thing is probably unnecessary. Unless you're really going for the record. Fredwolf and Ryan finding themselves at the front here. Nass and Quacked both with a small mistake on the downhill. Ryan goes for the line. Doesn't quite get it. Does Quacked have enough pace through just this final turn? It doesn't look like it. Ryan should stay in third, though. Fredwolf takes it. 45.45. It's 0.2 off world record. But it is another draw. Wow, this is a close match. Much closer than yesterday. Anyone can win it here. Nass and Fredwolf need first and second place, get themselves an ace. Would make it 10-8. Quacked and Ryan just need a victory. So first and not last, and they get it. They need first and third place, or obviously an ace themselves. Currently, it's not looking good, but Ryan with a lot of pace here. It's all going to be in this line here. Will he get far enough across? He does. Doesn't risk it. Nass risks it slightly, but he's still ahead. Ryan's going to have to overtake here. Otherwise, they will ace and they will take the win. Fred with a mistake. It's another draw. Gets us to 9-8. Now, either team wins it with a victory or better. But Quacked and Ryan can take it with a draw here. And that's the difference maker. They just need to not be last. Fredwolf is out of the picture. That's a big mistake. Nass is 9 seconds off the pace. Fredwolf is 3 seconds off the pace. They've absolutely got it here. If they play it safe, yeah, they know. They know. I said it before, Ryan's very good. I mean, these guys are all top-level comp players, right? They're very good at analyzing the positions of other players and driving accordingly. That's an ace to end it out. Definitely a bit more of a back-and-forth battle, but Quacked putting in enough very strong performances. Ryan as well with a couple of very, very fast rounds, and then just driving sensibly when he needed to. Someone correct me, because you guys know better than me, but Season 2, was this the last map of the finals in Elite? I think it was. I think this is where Ryan and Quacked won it all, no? So they're going to be pretty confident here. Again, what I was saying, they picked first, and they also picked third. So you know that you're going to have 2 maps that favor you. They've managed to win the map that in theory wouldn't favor them as much. Quacked with an insanely fast line. Insanely risky, but it's very fast. If you can do it, why not? Why not? Yeah, I was going to say for the last, when I was talking about how good they are at detecting other players' positions, whether it's their teammate or the opposition. It's crazy they can do that while driving lines that I could only dream of. Quacked and Ryan looking very strong here. And here we see, obviously, the new end of Super's map. If you've watched any Draft League before, you might not recognize this end. But it is changed from Season 1 and 2. Just to make it a little more consistent. Okay, that was about 0.3 off. Top 2, 3, 4, and 7 were driven last map, so fair to say there's a lot of offline prac going on. Yeah, I reckon so. I reckon so. I think Fredwolf may have not pracked very much. And he's obviously good at fast learn, so I imagine that plays into it, where he's kind of learning the map and then getting better as you go. Yeah, because even if you've only put 20 minutes on a map, during a match, you're gonna be improving a lot. Okay, Fredwolf currently off the pace. Nass is trying to chase Ryan here. Ryan risking everything. Let's see if Nass can do it, though. Has to release a little bit, and I think that's going to stop him from chasing. Another ace for Ryan and Quacked. I do think Nass and Fredwolf can come back here. But on a track that you wouldn't necessarily assume is a strong suit for Quacked and Ryan. Well, definitely Quacked. Obviously, Quacked you think of as anywhere that you're slipping and sliding. any way you can no slide, he's got the upper hand. But he's showing that he's ready to bring the business here, especially with this line on the first quarter pipe, and he hits it again. It is going to be a very uphill battle. If they lose this one, it's as good as over. So Nass and Fredwolf have a bit of a challenge on their hands here. Nass fails it, so the best they can hope for is a draw, and I doubt they're going to get it here. Ryan and Quack just ready to bring it home. Don't want to take any chances of getting into playoffs. It's crazy they're going that close to the wall when it's already pretty much wrapped up. But, you know, if you're confident with your lines, you can drive them under any scenarios. Quacked almost hits the edge there. Yeah, Fredwolf and Nass struggling a little bit here. My 100k feeling safe. Shark, welcome in. You got to wait till next season, Shark. But if you join the Discord, you'll definitely hear about everything that's going on. We also have a YouTube channel now, which is getting posted, you know, every 15 minutes in the chat. So you'll be able to gauge kind of when we're approaching the end of the season. Of course, make the club leaderable for that. That's all right, the rumor, but it's yeah. Even now is a good time. Okay, Nass and Fredwolf are going to be pushing here. They know they need 4 back-to-back aces. If I was in their position, I wouldn't exactly be confident, but Ryan is a little bit off the pace here. Fredwolf knows he has to push. It's all on Quacked, really. If Quack can hold it together, and it's all over. It's all over. They can't afford to come last here. They need the ace. And they're not going to get it. GG's to Ryan and Quacked. I believe that is our first 12-0 that we have seen. GG's. Another ace. 12-0. Well played. Well played. No, Ned. Wait. Hang on. I'm hearing footsteps. Damn, what an unbelievable match. I love the Draft League, and this is why. Unbelievable stuff. Everyone loves a comeback story. Quacked and Ryan yesterday, I was doubting if they still had it. Season 2 champions looked pretty rough in their first game against Zuck and Pseudo. Today, though, they were pracked. It didn't look like Nass and Fredwolf were pracked, and it came back to bite them. But yeah, GG's to Quacked and Ryan. Fellas, how are you guys feeling after that one?
Much better than yesterday.
Nice.
Yep. For sure, yeah.
Do you think, I was just saying that perhaps Fredwolf and Nass got the same treatment that you guys got yesterday. Did you expect more from them, or were you kind of suspecting that they might be a little unpracked?
I mean, we kind of thought at the beginning that they had offline practice, but after the first match,
try and take your shirt
kind of
off,
realized they might have not done
cheater.
as much practice as...
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. Norwegian says, Ryan, take your shirt off.
It's already off.
It's already off, yeah. It is warm. It's warm. It's crazy warm today. It's like 30 degrees. But yeah, guys, that was a brilliant showing. You guys were the first upload on the new JPL YouTube channel. Obviously not looking great, but thank God the people get to see the other side of it. I'll make sure I get that one uploaded. I don't want too much hate coming your guys' way in the comments.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we just take that first video down or something?
You can, I mean, maybe say copyright strike it, or I was filmed without my my permission.
I'm in this video and I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, and that's probably true. I'm gonna go and see what the others have to say for themselves. You're killing it. Good luck. Bye-bye. Fredwolf.
Oh my god.
How are you feeling?
Like, now I have discovered the maps.
Yeah. I mean,
the orbs.
They were worried. They were worried that you'd done some offline prep. They weren't sure what to expect, but it turned out that maybe you hadn't prepped too much. But I'm sure, you know, Ryan and Quacked are now 1 win, 1 loss. You guys have got your 1 loss, but it doesn't mean you can't win out the rest of the season. Definitely needs a bit more prac. How much time have you got before your next game?
A day. Okay,
well, I mean, that's going to be a busy day. I hope you've not got a lot on, because it's going to be a lot of prepping.
Exactly.
You got Nass. Nass, I think, he's like when you sign a wonder kid on FIFA, and he's like I think like 3 weeks will go by and he'll instantly be better. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He might be the best player in the whole tournament by the end. And you know what? And you're not so bad yourself, but I think if you hold it down as like a middle of the road and then let Nass soar to his full potential, you guys are going to win it all.
I'm telling you, now that we know the maps, our opponents are not ready.
Yeah, they might not be able to handle what you're going to throw at them. What would you say is your favorite map so far?
At the hard one.
Or your least favorite?
The map we picked. I haven't discovered the tech map because I don't like tech.
Well, you should. I mean, give it a little look. But you can you're allowed to ban the same map every week if you don't want to play it. I wish you luck with the rest of your games, and I'll see you in action in a couple more days' time.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right. Bye bye.